And you still stand in awe at the size of this place. We're at AT&T Stadium. Welcome to Arlington, Texas. Coming up, a contest that looks real good on paper between the Daniel Carlson ready to get us started. And off we go from Dallas. And this isn't even going to be close, partner. The opening kickoff fails to reach the landing zone, so they're going to have to defend from the 40 to begin this game. Now the first run of the game for Javonte Williams. Dropped by the first guy he met. No gain on that first down run.
I don't think that's the amount that they were looking for there, Kate. Going to lead to some shuffling around here in the playbook. Find a more aggressive call on second.
Last run only gained a yard. That means it's 2nd and 9. Another run for Williams. And this is headed the wrong way. They're going to lose yards here. It's going to bring up 3rd down. The line between safeties and linebackers gets real blurred on plays like that, Brock. He handled that one just like a Mike would have.
Yeah, if injuries were to ever crop up, Kate, I bet he could handle the linebacker spot for them as well. Just tremendous diagnosis in that run support.
Wonder what's in the playbook here as they come up on 3rd and 11.
Yeah! There we go! 26.
3rd and long for him here. Buying some time right. That's caught for the first. And they've got to him just a step or two before he can reach the 40 as he's sent out. They get 18 yards out of it and a new set of downs.
The numbers are pretty clear, Kate. You get explosive plays, those explosive plays on.
Williams now on 1st and 10. And 2nd down is going to be a good bit tougher. He can't even get back to the line. This play loses yards. That's a nice quick correction for this front, Brock. Give up the big play and then get a little back on the very next one.
Exactly the kind of response you want to see from your defense. You got to forget about the big play for now and stay focused on that next snap.
And it's a nice game, but still not enough for the first.
I got to really rack my brain, Kate, to remember a play, a run in this league that nice. It doesn't end up getting an offensive first down. He did all he could to will this drive forward.
And it's incomplete, and that's going to bring up 4th down.
The numbers tell us pretty clearly, you get to 3rd and long, extra long, it's really hard to stay on the field. That's disappointing because that was 3rd and manageable and it's incomplete.
A 54-yard attempt.
And they're trying to will it further, but it just doesn't have the muster. This one falls short. And we continue to await our opening score of this ball game. A good starting spot for the Raiders as they come up 1st and 10. First carry here for Ashton Genty. I'd say the defense will take this today. They're across the line, handing him a loss. First play of the game. The presence of those tight ends works both ways, Brock. You know this. Gives them more blockers up front, but it also clues the defense in to be ready for that run.
Yeah, you could put 7 blockers up there, even put 8, I don't know, 9. All the blockers in the world, but if they don't work in concert together to create a lane, it doesn't matter.
Caught. Trey Tucker makes the play. And he'll be taken down, but not until he reaches that 45-yard line.
One of the great venues to watch a game in any sport and one of the best home crowds in any sport, Soldier Field in Chicago. Today, boy, what a matchup. Two NFL franchises with so much history, so much tradition, getting set to do battle here. As it'll be the Las Vegas Raiders taking on the Chicago Bears.
Santos to kick off for Chicago.
Here's Cairo Santos now, ready to get this one started. And off we go from Soldier Field. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped. We are at the oldest continually operating stadium in the NFL as you get a look inside Lambeau Field in Green Bay, Wisconsin. Today, boy, what a matchup. Two NFL franchises with so much history, so much tradition, getting set to do battle here. As it'll be the Las Vegas Raiders taking on the Green Bay Packers. Now the kicker, Brandon McManus, about ready to get us started. And off we go from Lambeau. Wishing he had a mulligan. That's not how you want to start the game.
Not at all, because not only do you give up the penalty and good field position, but it just kills the momentum of your team as you start a game.
Gino going to hand it to Genty. Breaks through the contact. He's got the lane, and there he goes. And he will score. Touchdown, Las Vegas. Ashton Genty, 58 yards. And the Raiders have taken the early lead on the road here at Lambeau. Now for the extra point, Daniel Carlson. Well, these may be an adventure this afternoon, but this one is good. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line.
At their own 23-yard line.
Okay. Our first carry for the all-pro running back, it's Josh Jacobs. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down. They'll come up on a 2nd and 7 from the 27. Out of the shotgun, it's Love. Now he's going to step up and run. Oh, his first throw of the game going to be intercepted. Jeremy Chin picks it off. And the return here will go to the 31-yard line. He got outside the pocket there trying to improvise, and he was calling for the ball downfield, but still the interception.
I think what happened, he did call for the ball thinking that he was open, but I think the quarterback spotted him too late. And that margin that he had on the defenders, that got eaten up, and they came up with the interception.
And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up second down. Once again, it's Genty. And a 5-yard gain as he's down inside the 30 to the 28-yard line.
I think that's the type of run we'll continue to see throughout this game. The snow coming down, I don't expect a lot of big plays to be broken.
In danger of squandering their great field position as they come up on a 3rd and 7. Now it's Smith. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Raider touchdown. Brock Bowers, 28 yards. And the Raiders lead this now 13-0 here in the opening quarter of the ball game. Not even 2 minutes into this football game, already we've had 2 scores.
You know how much I like to read about teams of old, right? The teams of yesteryear. There were some teams that were known as the point-a-minute teams. Well, obviously in a 60-minute game, that's 60-plus points. But 2 touchdowns in the first 2 minutes? My calculator doesn't operate that well.
And now on the other side, they better wake up. They haven't even gotten off the bus yet. And a nice return sets them up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
At their own 30-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And they're in an early hole. The first drive, they threw the interception. That led to a touchdown, so decent-sized deficit early on.
It is, but I think you hit the key words early on. So they have to decide, do we even need to change game plan, or do we just need to execute better and try and get back in this game?
Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 33-yard.
Second down, Jacobs once more. Oh, and now some space to operate. That's good for 21 yards and a first down.
Okay, let's do our version of name dropping here. Let's show off a little knowledge, right? The A-gap, the gap between the center and the guard on either side, right? Both sides. Control that, you're going to control an inside running game.
He had to feel satisfied because he hit that gap, broke the contact. He loves that.
That's the best part, right? That's what he's going to ask the coach to run back on film.
Let me see that one more time.
Show that again, coach. Look how my legs kept turning. I just kept moving, and he did to the tune of a big game.
And he'll work down inside the 45.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
That one caught downfield by Watson. Breaks the tackle. He's got room to run. Touchdown, Packers. Christian Watson, 43 yards. And the Packers have cut it back within a score. On here, Brandon McManus for the point after. And that'll make it 13-7.
Makes the score Raiders 13, Packers 7. Brandon McManus to kick off for Green Bay.
After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown. Their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles' defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
Tough spot here. 3rd down and 11. A shotgun snap for Smith. And this pass broken up. And the contact well timed there. And now 4th down. Here's A.J. Cole now to punt this one away. Oh, it's a wobbler here. And that'll cross midfield here, not by much. Out of bounds just on the other side of the 50.
At their own 48-yard line.
About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you score once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around. First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. To throw now. Here's Love. Now he'll tuck this and run. Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it. That's going to be a loss of 18. And that'll bring up a 3rd down and very long. Boy, tough spot here as they approach the line of scrimmage. A long way to go to try to pick up this 1st down. And the pressure gets to Love, and he'll go down. A loss of 3 on a sack made by multiple defenders.
So they sent 4 guys out wide, keep it back in to protect, but the linebacker still gets to him before there's time to throw. They've got to get some kind of contact on him, slow him down. Otherwise, he'll continue to sit on the quarterback.
This is taken at the 15. And good coverage there by the punt. They're able to get down there and drop him with authority.
At their own 15-yard line.
The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. No points last time out. They were forced to punt, if you remember, but no time to dwell on that. They've still got the lead here and a chance to add to that here. 1st and 10 as this new drive starts. How about this? He's to the 10, and he will score. Touchdown, Las Vegas. Ashton Genty with his 2nd touchdown in this opening quarter. And the Raiders are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. And a pair of rushing touchdowns now for him in the 1st quarter.
And I'm liking what I'm seeing from his big guys up front because they're winning the leverage game. How many times we talk about low man wins, right? Move the defensive front aside, create those gaps and holes. He's found his way through them for 2 touchdowns.
And after both of those touchdowns, he went right up to that O-line and hit each of them on the head. He's recognized.
That's a smart man. You know what else he should do? If this continues, take them all to dinner.
So with the completed pass and the yardage they got, they'll decline the penalty.
So obviously more yards on the pass completion than they would have gained with the penalty. They did the math. They did it well, and it works for them.
Daniel Carlson, the kickoff for the Raiders.
Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. And they'll let that one go as it skips through the back of the end zone for a touchback.
Take over 1st and 10. at their own 35-yard line.
Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 at their 35-yard line.
Come on, set, ready.
They'll begin on the ground with Jacobs. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground. But I think the play gets made by the defensive front, because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
The play fake, Love. And down he goes. Brought down the Raiders sack. 3rd and 19.
11-yard loss on the play. Brings up 3rd down.
Ready?
Oh, he didn't spike it. He faked it. But it's not going to work. He'll go down. They got him. Call it a loss of 4 there on the sack. And speaking of the number 4, it brings up 4th down now.
Ready.
They're going to try and throw. Looking deep here for Dobbs. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. Boy, a real head-scratcher there. And the Raiders with the football now in excellent field position. They'll run here with Raheem Mostert. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
From the 17, here's 2nd and 4. On the zone read again to Ginty. And he got half of what he needed there, 2 yards. Diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going.
And this is caught. Touchdown, Raiders. Trey Tucker, a 14-yard touchdown. And the Raiders take a 3-touchdown lead. So it takes them just 3 plays here to find the end zone. And you remember, of course, this was all set up by their defense.
Yeah, they got the stop on 4th down, so I imagine the offense said to their defense, thank you very much for this great starting field position. And like you said, 3 plays later, they're in the end zone.
Daniel Carlson to kick off for Las Vegas.
Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. And that'll be a little too hot to handle as it will skip through the end zone for a touchback here.
At their own 35-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. Charles, we know that this offense is aggressive. We saw that last drive. They went for it on 4th down. It's a foot race. Loose inside the 30. Inside the 10. And he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay. Josh Jacobs, 65 yards. And the Packers are able to cut into that deficit.
Earlier in the week when they had their scouting report meeting, this was the explosiveness that they talked about trying to contain. They were concerned about it all week, yet he still did it to them. Wonder how that's going to carry over the rest of the game.
After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. And a good return, able to get out across the 35 to the 36.
At their own 36-yard line.
The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. The drive will begin with a run by Ginty. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards.
And he continues to pile up the yardage. That puts him over $150 now. And this defense has really had its problems trying to keep him contained.
From the 44-yard line, here's 2nd down and 2. They'll go again with Genty. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 174 yards rushing for him as he's got the afternoon off to a great start.
One thing's for sure, this defense has to figure out how to stop the ground game. He's eating them up here in the first quarter.
It looks like they have to go to different forces, aren't they? The conventional things aren't working too well. So I remember a coach of mine saying way back when a back's having a great game, you've got to get the ball out of his hands. See how far he can run without the ball. And what he meant was takeaways, not get loose, because maybe you can't just stop him with just regular tackling.
Here's 2nd and 3. They'll try the air now with Smith. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Play action's supposed to be used to slow down pressure, slow down blitzes. In this case, though, if it takes a little too long to develop, you got people right in your face.
And lucky just to get rid of the ball with the arm going forward. Could have been a fumble. Gino now to throw. And he's going to go down. They get to him back at the 40. Quay Walker came through to make the sack.
And it's 4th down.
Smith will stay out there. The offense is going to go here on 4th down. They snap it to Smith. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Raiders try it on 4th down, but to no avail. And that will force a turnover on downs. About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. On the ground is Jacobs to start the drive. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. We talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot. He had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
That one, a 1st down pickup of 8.
Ready, set.
Packers, 1st down. 1st and 10 at the
Down.
49-yard line.
Black 40. Set.
Running straight ahead is Jacobs. A good space to operate there as he takes this down inside the 35-yard line. Give him 15 there, and the Packers have a 1st. Boy, some big runs here, Charles, already in this first quarter.
Yeah, if the lanes are there, go ahead and exploit them. But what I like the most, how decisive he is, putting his foot in the ground and going.
Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays.
They're making it look easy out there. Another 1st down. So far on this drive, let me do this little bit of math here. 4 plays, 3 1st downs.
That's a pretty good recipe for success. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. That one good for 10 yards. And that'll make it 2nd and a foot or so.
It's 2nd and inches.
Here we go. Ready.
Once again, it's Jacobs. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. They give him 2 yards there as they're set up now with a 1st and goal.
1st down.
Well, they came into this game saying it was important that they set the tone and show that they can run the football. I believe that they've done that here in the first quarter.
Here's Jacobs. And a minuscule gain of maybe a yard from the 6 to the 5.
All of a sudden, those lanes that were there earlier in the drive dry up near the goal line. That's a good job defensively to diagnose the run and stop it for a very short pickup.
Jacobs going to try the middle. A gain of 2 there on the heels of a 1-yard pickup on 1st.
He's already scored once. He definitely had his eyes wide open trying to get in there a second time, but I thought that was a really nice play defensively to deny him.
Yeah, it was, as you said, keeping him away from his second first-quarter touchdown there. Love, this is 3rd and goal. That's hauled in by Musgrave for the Packer touchdown. The 3-yard touchdown pass. And the Packers have got it back to within a score. These two teams in this first half, it's been fun. Back and forth, back and forth. Well, it's not fun for the defensive coordinators, but offensive coordinators are enjoying it.
Yeah, they're having streaks here, aren't they? Being able to put scores together and really bunch them up. And we have a tight game here. You know, we often talk about having the right shoes for the right turf. Today it's track shoes. That's what we've seen with these offenses.
Yeah, it's been an absolute track meet so far and fun to watch. And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30.
At their own 28-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. We have seen a lot of points here in this quarter. For us up here in the booth, it's been fun to watch. The defensive coordinators probably scratching their heads.
Yeah, they're going a little bit crazy right now. But let's face it, all of our friends who play fantasy, they're enjoying the heck out of this show because most of them are creating and getting a bunch of points.
Yeah, points certainly not at a premium here. The run straight ahead with Genty. 193 yards rushing for him now in the afternoon as he continues to put a hurt on this defense. Well, they're making a real first-quarter statement with a run game, no doubt.
For those who remember old-school football, running it, establishing things, seeing backs find holes, get through them, they've got to like what they're seeing from this unit so far. Right now, they've decided to, as you said, establish the run game, and they've been successful doing it.
We are in for a good one as we're through one on EA Sports.
Second and 11 at the 40-yard line.
So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on second down and 11. From the gun, here's Smith. Well, the catch is made here by Tyler Lockett. And he's going to be knocked down hard at the end of that one.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he get a good head of steam going.
And he is going to have the Raiders first down as he's able to get about 3 that time on 3rd and inches.
And the Raider first down. A gain of 3 on the play. First down, Raiders.
Here's Smith. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down.
My first thought is surprise because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
Smith. Lockett with a grab over the middle. And this is going to result in another first down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 30. 17 yards is the pickup there for number 17. So first and 10 now from the 30.
First down, Raiders.
A run out of the gun with Genty. Rashawn Gary, the man to bring him down.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
That will go as a gain of 11. Raiders having a first down as well.
We both know it's difficult, but they've made it look effortless out there. Through the air, on the ground, they've moved the ball with relative ease.
So from inside the 20, here's first and 10 at the 18. Up the middle, it's Genty. And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6. 12 more yards there and another first down.
Well, if they continue to run the football this strong, right up the middle, I don't know if they can wait till halftime to make adjustments. They better find a way to get it done series to series. I don't know if they need to sub some guys out, bring in extra people, maybe change what they're doing on the defensive side of the ball. But right now, they're running the ball very well right at him and right up the middle.
A nice pickup of 6 there to get him closer to the end zone, and it'll be 2nd and goal. They run with Thomas. And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. A touchdown run there from a yard out. And the Raiders go up by 2 touchdowns. Certainly there are good things about quick strike offenses that score fast, but a long drive can also work to your advantage as well.
In so many ways, Brandon, because number one, you get them tired, but the big one is mentally. They can't figure out how to slow you down, how to get off the field, how to get the ball back. They go to the bench wondering, what are we going to do next time in order to stop those guys?
They always worry about the plant foot in the snow, but no problems there. And the lead is up to 15 now.
Daniel Carlson, the kickoff for the Raiders.
Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. And they will not get a chance to return this one. It's through the back of the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 35-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. Right now, Charles, it just feels like they're trying to keep pace. They did score the touchdown last time out, but they still trail by double digits here. We'll see if this offense is once again up to the task.
Yeah, and I think that after the last drive, they've got them pretty revved up, don't you think? Everything they were doing was working pretty well. They go back out there with the same mindset, play at the same tempo and the same pace. Still a lot of time left to make something happen in this one.
And able to get a couple as he's across the 40 to the 41. But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
And it is caught. And he's going to have the Packers first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
Yeah, these are the types of plays they're going to need to hit on if they're going to get back into this game. It hasn't been the greatest of first halves, but this is a nice throw here on third down, and they keep the drive going.
Let's go. Ready.
On the handoff, this is Jacobs. And great blocking downfield as he's got this almost to the 35-yard line. 170 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here this first half. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Here we go. Here we go. Hut, hut.
They'll stay on the ground with Jacobs. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Defensively, he has been a presence in their backfield in the first half. Had a sack earlier, and now he comes up with a big tackle for a loss.
Ready. Ready.
Throwing. Love. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on third down. Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all, and I understand why. They've looked lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
60. Hut.
On third down, here comes Jacobs. And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 41. That winds up being a 4-yard loss and leads to 4th down.
Well, that was one of the few times they've been able to contain him thus far. He's over 100 yards for the game, but he lost a bit off his total on that carry.
Ready.
Love to throw for it on 4th. The Packers unable to pick up the first. And it'll be a turnover on downs. So they've gone for it twice now on 4th down in this game, and both times unsuccessful.
I wish we could hear the headsets now between the head coach and the offensive coordinator. Now that they're 0 for 2, if they get into a third situation, head coach might say, hey, you got anything for this one? Might get radio silence back.
And he'll work this one out to about the 38. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
Brings up 2nd and a yard.
This is Thomas. That one a first down pickup of 8.
How about that there? No frills, no additives, right? Nothing crazy. just find a way to pick up the first down. A nice run right there.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
Hey, here we go. Hey. 390%.
Gino going to hand it to Genty. He can't get him down. And this will be taken across midfield and into Green Bay territory. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
Brings up 2nd and 3.
A give out of the gun to Genty. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
I'm not sure how much more evidence they need, partner, than to understand that if they don't start to slow him down, it's going to be a long afternoon here at the stadium because he is just shredding them at this point. And let's face it, coming into the game, they knew he would be the focal point of their attack. This is going to take an 11-man unit on the defensive side to start making plays.
And he swallowed up right near the line of scrimmage. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
This drive is pretty clear. Almost feels like old-school fundamentals, doesn't it? Want to impose their will on the defense. What's that, 5 straight runs?
Yeah, 5 straight carries to start this drive, and like you said, the way it's working, they may just stick with it. Short completion, just 4 yards, and it brings up 3rd and 5 now.
Completion was given up, and that's why you play zone defense, so that you can have people around the ball when it's caught, and you don't give up much run after the catch.
Here we go. 390%.
Now Smith. That's to Bowers once again. And he is going to have the Raiders first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Well, a lot of times when you get a manageable 3rd down situation like this, you have to think about your tight end, and he comes through for him, picking up the first down.
Back to throw, Smith. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
It sort of looks like they stopped some fight in them on this series because it seemed like things were headed for the red zone. But if this defense gets 2 more stops, they can keep them out of that area.
On the give, Genty. And able to get about 3 as he's taken down right at the 20. Pretty good little 2-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or 2 because you want to try and defend on 3rd down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
Smith. He's got his target. That's complete. And he is going to have the Raiders first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. I think everyone in the stadium saw that big hit coming.
And I, as a former defensive back, have to admit I'm a little disappointed. He actually was able to hold on to the ball. He brought the lumber on that play. Give my man a whole lot of credit for taking the hit and possessing the football.
And picking up the first down. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
Hey, here we go. Hey. 390%.
Now a handoff to Genty. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. That's going to be a 6-yard gain. It leaves him with 3rd down and just a yard to go. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. On 3rd and short, to give to the tight end. He's not going to get there. That won't even be close. It was blown up in the backfield. Nothing doing there as the 13th play of the drive proves to be unlucky. Now, the offense is not leaving the field. They're going to stay out and go for it on 4th and 3. Here we go on 4th. Smith. And that's going to be caught for a Raider touchdown. Trey Tucker. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Raiders take the chance on 4th and goal, and it pays off with 6. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And the lead opens up now to 22 points. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. And they'll let that one go as it skips through the back of the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 35-yard line.
About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line. And a drive that stalled out last time. Went for a fourth, didn't get it. How does that translate here? I would imagine momentum's with the defense.
Definitely with the defense, because anytime anyone goes for it, you can't stop us. We don't think that you can. And when you actually do, it may put a little dent in the confidence of the offense the next time they hit the field.
Yeah, we'll see if they can bring that pride to the offense this go around. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down. The run defense, they have been porous at times today, but not that last go around.
No, they really tightened it up, didn't they? They finally got themselves a win, because all game long we've seen them get gashed. This time they played their responsibilities, played their keys, and made a nice stop.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long.
Set, ready, hunt.
To pass, here's Jordan Love. Oh, everything falling apart now. Another one intercepted. Picked off by Jamal Adams. Then it's a huge return as he brings us all the way back down to the 15-yard line.
They'll take over 1st and 10.
And I think this is a situation where quarterback coach in the sideline is going to talk to a signal caller and say, listen, it's 3rd and long and it's still early in the game. Let's not force things here. If we don't feel good about it, let's just check something down and punt the football.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10.
Hey, we go, Shalom! We're not even set!
Now Thomas. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
That was a really nice play, able to stack that one up. When they get back in the huddle, he's got to tell his guys up front, great job. They kept people off of him, allowed him to run free, and make the hit on the runner.
Filled the gap nicely, kept him to just a 1-yard gain. And he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. A nice pickup of 14, and it moves the stick, sets up a 1st and goal.
1st down. 1st and goal, Raiders.
Ready!
Now they send a man in motion right. Genty. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. A loss of 2 there, 2nd down.
And that's what I'd like to see out of this defense, a little fire, a little toughness. It hasn't been the best first half for them, but they did do a nice job there, forcing a loss on that play.
And they'll get him down just shy of the goal line at about the 1. After getting stuffed on 1st down, not much better there. 2-yard gain. So they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Let's give this defense some credit now. They let the guys get downfield, but when push came to shove, they stood their ground, and now they'll likely force a field goal attempt.
The offense is going to stay out there. We'll see what the play call is. They need to find the right one here on 4th and goal. And it'll be intercepted. And the Packers are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line on 4th and goal and throw the pick.
Well, you know, we're still in the first half. A bold call nonetheless. And I guess the book might have said take the 3, but it looks like they burned the book and just said give me the analytics. And the analytics said go for it. Didn't work out.
A gain of 3, 2nd down.
I think if they want to start getting back into this game, it behooves them to get better on 1st down.
Yeah, certainly not what they were looking for there out of the opening play of this drive. Looking deep here for Dobbs. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
Trying to get something positive to happen here before the break, and they sure need it. They went for the big one, but it winds up incomplete.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. This time they stay on the ground. And this won't do it. He needed 6. He only got halfway there. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. The offense stays put. They failed twice already in this first half, but they're going to go a 3rd time here on 4th down. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10 on their side of midfield at the 47. He lets it fly for Lockett. And this will be incomplete. 1 second left to go.
That certainly appeared to be a play call where they were just trying to make 2nd down, 2nd and short. I think they thought the coverage was off a little bit more than it was. Nice job there pressing up on it and forcing the incompletion.
He's going to let it go again. Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. And nothing comes of this last-ditch attempt at points as time will run out on this first half. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break.
Daniel Carlson to kick off for the Raiders.
Not too many breaks ahead according to the radar. More snow on the horizon as we are back underway in half number 2. And that'll be a little too hot to handle as it will skip through the end zone for a touchback here. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And you have to think, Charles, down 3 scores already. They need to play an almost perfect second half to have a solid chance.
And that absolutely starts with finding some way to put together a touchdown drive here. They need to be smart, fast, efficient, get the ball into the end zone, and do it again multiple times in order to have a chance to win this game.
From the 38 now, here's 2nd down and 7.
Set, ready. 33, yellow. Ready, ready.
Play action this time with Love. That's complete to Dobbs. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. Just his 2nd catch of the game so far. This one moves the chains.
1st and 10 at the 47-yard line.
Here we go.
Now Love. Now he's going to step up and run. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. Then his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Eric Stokes. And the Raiders are going to take over once again, and they'll have it at their own 8-yard line. The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. They got the ball now following a big play, keeping the other guys out of the end zone. Now they'll start deep in their own territory, 1st and 10. And able to get it across the 20 before they get to it. 15 yards is the pickup there, and the drive starting very nicely. 1st down. It's been an excellent day for him running the football, no doubt, as he continues to soar well past 100 yards.
Yeah, it almost feels like he can just grab his briefcase and head home after putting in a full day's work at the office, doesn't it?
And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. Now 2nd and 3.
Brings up 2nd and 3.
Up the middle they go with Mostert.
Well, that's not a run that's going to make any of the highlight tapes, but they've been moving it well all game on the ground. This is another one that keeps them moving forward.
Here now, 3rd and a yard. They'll try to run for it with Genty. It's a gain of 4, and it gets him the first. So that last run is going to be the one to do it. He has officially broken the NFL's single-game rushing record.
1st and 10 at the 36.
Out of the gun, Smith. Short throw caught by Bowers. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
From the 42-yard line, here's a 2nd down and 4.
Hey, we go, Salon! Green light, set!
Now a give to Mostert running right. And not much there at all. Maybe a yard up to the 43.
They're in a pretty good spot right now with a convincing lead. I think this is where they put on the boxing gloves, start to try and pound them into submission.
And the offensive line, they've controlled this game. And I don't see why that trend would change now. From the gun on 3rd down, Smith. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he is going to have the Raiders' 1st down, and he was able to get it by plenty. A gain of 8 on 3rd and 3. So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second-half blowout material. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. Give them 12 yards that time, and a Las Vegas 1st.
They're just going to run a drive route here with their tight end. Let him get upfield about 10 yards, and then move toward the middle of the field. This ball's right on target, and it results in a 1st down.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Here we go, here we go.
Back to the running game with Mostert. And he works his way free all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone. Another nice gain, 16 yards there, and a 1st down again.
A gain of 16 yards. And
now Gino. That's caught by Tucker. And the Raiders are going to have a 1st and goal as he's taken down at about the 8-yard line.
Just picking up yardage in bunches here these last few plays. They have moved right down the field, and just like that, they're going to be set up with a 1st and goal.
Here's Smith. And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. Picked off by Quay Walker. And he is not quite going to make it all the way in. They'll mark him down right about the 1-yard line. Well, still down quite a bit here, several scores, but yeah, at least that's a start, Charles, getting the interception here. And look, we're still in the 3rd quarter, so this thing not done yet.
You're right about that, Brandon. This defense, they haven't quit on this game. They stayed with it and got...
And he'll take this into the end zone for a Green Bay touchdown. Josh Jacobs, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Packers take the interception on defense and convert it into 6 points.
Ready.
They'll try to run it with Jacobs. And he got it on the touchdown run, but he won't get in here. He'll be stopped short, and they'll come up empty on the try for 2.
Brendan McManus to kick off for Green Bay.
After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
At their own 30-yard line.
The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. And with 3 interceptions thrown already, Mostert hit and he drops the ball.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. This time able to hold on to the football, but not much room to run.
Sometimes your philosophies get challenged at times you don't want them to. They did try to stick to the running game on the first 2 plays. Didn't amount to much.
And now facing a 3rd and long at the outset of this drive. Short throw caught by Bowers. And he is going to have the Raiders first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the 3rd quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
Play action. It's Smith. And this is going to fall to the ground, incomplete. That very nearly their 4th pick in the game. Instead, 2nd down. A run with Mostert up the middle. And they'll hold him to 3 there as he takes this up to the 47.
Well, praise has to go to the guys on the offensive line because they've had a very nice, productive day running the football. How about that poor defensive line? They've been knocked around the entire game, and while they slowed them down on that run, can they continue to do so? Because they haven't had much success throughout this ball game.
Smith now to throw. And this one incomplete. And another throw that really could have been, maybe should have been intercepted. That would have been number 4. Instead, it's 4th down. Cole now on to punt, and he sends this one away. And this is going to carry well into the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 20-yard line.
About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line. A strong showing their last time out. They scored the touchdown, but Charles, they look up and they're still down double digits, so you feel like just to keep pace, this drive probably needs to end in the end zone as well.
Yeah, I think the best move for them is to not worry about how far they are down on the scoreboard, but to just remember the last drive and how it ended. Go ahead and try and repeat that. Then you can look at the scoreboard and see where this game is.
2nd down, Jacobs once more. And they get him behind the line, so that short gain on 1st down quickly negated. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down. They're backed up here. Tough spot, needing 11 yards to pick up the first. Got Dobbs over the middle. And he's going to have the Packers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them, and these guys have been taking advantage so far.
Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10. 178 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
So where'd all that running room that he had in the first half go? Because it looks like it's drying up a little bit here. Someone made some adjustments, it appears, at least on this drive.
Okay,
ball on the 39. Here's 2nd and 3.
Set, ready. 50, green. Set.
They'll run straight ahead with Wilson. Nowhere to go that time. He maybe got a yard up to the 40.
Brandon, one thing about blitzes, they really confuse offensive linemen at times, and what you have to do is lock in on the guy right in front of you. If you don't, you saw the end result. Defensive tackle ended up making the play.
They'll try and pick it up on the ground with Wilson. And down he goes, but the stiff arm utilized effectively there, and it helps him move the sticks. It's a 10-yard pickup, and it moves the chains.
Packers, first down. First and 10
Let's
at
go.
the 50-yard line.
Wilson with a first down carry. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line, tackled there. They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another first down. It will.
First down. First and 10 at the 40-yard line.
They'll run again with Wilson. And this time the yards won't come so easy as they'll, in fact, tackle him behind the line. Hustling through to break that play up, Max Crosby. Now they contend with a 2nd and 12 after the loss.
Come on, set. Set.
They'll run with Wilson out of the shotgun. And he'll take this one down to about the 40. The second down play not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
Ready.
Love looking to throw it. He'll try and do this himself. He's going to fire one, corner of the end zone. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
Zone coverage there, and they were playing deep. That makes it obviously a little bit harder to run by guys. And that time, it was not much of a window to get the ball in there, and it winds up incomplete.
Ready, ready. 52 blue.
On 4th down, Love. He's going to launch this deep for Watson. And my goodness, another interception. And the Raiders are going to get the ball back on the turnover as they hold on 4th down. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. But the good news for them, they got the football. The bad news, they have to go 99 yards here as they start this drive out on their own 1-yard line. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
That's a really nice job there by the coverage, understanding that they're in a high-stakes situation. If he doesn't make a play on that ball, there's an excellent chance it ends up either as a touchdown or as a nice gain downfield.
Short throw caught by Bowers. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead.
It's 3rd and 7.
Gino now to throw. That's caught by Tucker. And they'll get him down up past the 15-yard line. That'll go for a gain of 13, helping big time to get away from that end zone. First down.
This offensive game plan has just been sensational. I mean, when you think about all the different ways they've gotten their receivers open so far, it's really been impressive. Scheme, design, execution.
And he'll find some space up to about the 25. A good run there on first down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2.
At the 25-yard line.
Running the counter with Mostert. And we'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
First down. A gain of 4 yards. First down, Raiders.
Throwing now is Gino. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. Not his best throw there, but where we sit right now in the 3rd quarter, he's had a pretty good game throwing the football.
He certainly has, and it's not exactly the point where we're doing 4-minute offense yet, but they've got to think about, I'm not going to say,
that his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by Nate Hobbs. And he's able to get it back to the 41-yard line.
Intercepted.
So a potential momentum shifter there, working with a 2-score lead, 3rd quarter, but that, not the smartest of throws.
I would agree with you on that one because this game is still very much in the balance. It felt pretty one-sided to this point, but now, if these guys can turn this turnover into points, things could start getting a little more interesting.
First by near the 35. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball, but when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
And the Packers first down.
Ready.
1st and 10 at the 27-yard line.
Set. Hunt. Yellow. 40.
And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the third quarter has come to a close. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. I'll tell you, far from ideal conditions to play in, but neither offense has had much trouble. Plenty of points to go around. 1st and 10. Now they'll hand it off to Wilson. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. It's a gain of 12, and the Packers have the first. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10.
1st and 10
Come on,
at the 15-yard line.
10 black. Hunt.
Another carry for Wilson. And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8.
Let's go now.
Switching things up, they'll throw it now with Jordan Love. They will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay. A 12-yard touchdown grab. And the Packers get a bit closer. So this back now to a 10-point spread, and you have to imagine they'll line up and go for 2.
Oh, no question about it. If they can get this to an 8-point game, they can make things awfully interesting here in these last few minutes.
But he will not get into the end zone, and that one hurts as it will remain a 2-score game here in the 4th.
Packers 32. Brendan McManus to kick off.
After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. And a pretty slick return there. Almost got it to the 45. Officially, they'll call him down at the 44.
And that's the kind of return you're looking for. To get to that spot on the field, that allows you to do a lot of things on offense.
The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. Now all of a sudden we've got an interesting game here. You just saw them go down and score a touchdown. And what was a comfortable lead at halftime, it's down to a 2-score game.
And so the obvious thought is they've got to ramp things back up again. Got to get the offense into high gear. But we've seen this before. When you've kind of been in shutdown mode for a while thinking that you're okay, it's hard to mash the gas again and have everything work perfectly.
Feeling confident. They haven't allowed a point this half. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the Packers.
Here we go.
From the gun, here's Smith. And that is knocked away in the middle of the field and incomplete.
Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating a defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
Here's Smith. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. Yeah, he was looking for the checkup bounce, didn't get it. That scoots all the way into the end zone now for a touchback.
Ready, set.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. Well, still a long way to go, but trending upward. They scored the last time out, you remember. Then their defense forced the punt. Now they try to inch closer, but still ultimately down 2 scores in the final quarter. They'll start the drive with Wilson. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. Max Crosby, the one who got in there for the stop.
Defenses always talk about earning the right to rush the passer on 3rd down. And you know what offenses want? win first down so they can set things up for themselves better.
And that wasn't helpful there. Not a big impact on first down.
Down.
Off the play fake, Love. And now a fumble. The ball's out. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. From the 32 now. Here's 1st and 10.
1st and 10 at the 32-yard line.
And now they come up and spike it to stop the clock. Now it's 2nd and 10.
Set, hut. Ready.
Wilson going to try the right side. And he'll push forward for a couple to the 34.
Let's give a lot of credit to the offensive line. They've been able to move the ball really well on the ground the entire game. And while that wasn't a huge one, that's okay. They'll take them in short, steady bursts.
This offense so far on 3rd down, they're right at about the league average, 40%, 4 for 10. This is 3rd and 8. They'll try and do this himself. And the ball comes out. Love lost it. Oh, and one of the linemen on the other side has got it. And his crew will take him. With a football at the 35-yard line. And that play just looked a little helter-skelter from the start. That's the risk as a quarterback. Once you take off with that football, you might fumble it, and he did.
And he was going for the reward, which is gaining yardage, breaking down a defense. But you're right about the risk. Always lurking out there, someone always trying to get to the football. Try to find a place to cover up and slide and protect what you've earned.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
They have 3 tight ends in that formation. That's almost a universal sign that they're planning to run the football. But how about the defense there? They met force with force and caused a stack up behind the line of scrimmage and threw it for a loss.
They go back to the ground, this time Mostert. Down the sideline he goes. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Raider touchdown. Raheem Mostert, 37 yards. And the Raiders are an extra point away from making this a 3-score game.
You get in a 2nd and long situation down here in the red zone. I'd say most defensive coaches would think pass. Let's bring some pressure. So this is kind of a tendency breaker here to hit him with something on the ground. And he'll take it all the way into the end zone.
Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17.
32. Daniel Carlson to kick off for Las Vegas.
Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
At their own 26-yard line.
About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
Let's hut, hut.
A give. This is Wilson. And he'll get a couple up to the 29.
Not a whole lot of room to maneuver there, and I think that's because everyone took care of their responsibilities, filled their gaps, held their place. No place for him to run.
They look good. Everything got funneled to the nose tackle. They swallowed him up. Here's a ball deep from Musgrave. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
And
And they're at the point of the ball game now where they've got to take some chances. They've got to put the ball in the air and just see what happens. But this defense knows that all too well.
Ready up.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it.
Ready, ready. Red, 38. Set.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. They'll complete this one to Watson. He cannot wiggle free. They stop him at the line on 4th down. The Packers unable to pick up the first. And that will force a turnover on downs. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. And he'll be taken down just shy of the red zone at the 21. 9 yards on the 1st down. Keeper, and it's 2nd and 1.
I know you're trying to wring every yard out of a run, but I think 9 yards there is ideal in this situation.
Yeah, now next couple plays, you'll only need 1 yard. Keep that clock rolling with a lead here in the 4th.
Yeah, what you're saying is maybe if it takes you 1 or 2 more runs to get the 1st down, that's extra time, extra plays. Really hurts the team on defense.
No gain on the play. Brings up 3rd and 1.
Throwing is Smith. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have the Raiders 1st down, and comfortably so, as he gets 5 there on 3rd and a yard. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. They run out of the shotgun with Mostert. He's still on his feet. And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. Raheem Mostert with now 2 fourth-quarter touchdowns. And the Raiders are able to add on to that lead. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And the lead is now 24.
Packers 32. Daniel Carlson.
Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. And all in all, a pretty solid return. Nearly got it to the 35. They'll mark him down officially at the 34. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway.
Ready.
Well, this game, it has had no shortage of offense. They've been able to put up a decent amount of points on this side, Charles. They just have not been able to keep pace with the other offense they're going against here.
Yeah, that's a good way of pointing things out, because now it's not a total loss, because as you said, they've scored some points, so there's some plays they can build on, moments where the game plan actually worked. But overall, though, they were just out-personnel. They were going up against a team that's playing it in the right level.
And he'll be tackled right on the chalk at a 45. 13 yards, 1st down, Packers.
Despite the score, despite the deficit, no quitting this guy. He's running angry, running through arm tackles. He wants to change what that scoreboard is saying.
Love now. He's got the hook up with Dobbs. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. 23 yards on the play. Well, those are the types of plays they probably wish they had made more of in the first 3 quarters. And this deficit going to be tough to overcome here in the 4th. But a nice 1st down and a pickup on that throw.
Yeah, and this is where, as coaches, you're looking for effort and execution, even though the scoreboard is going against you. You want to find out who's going to fight, who's going to scrap, who's going to keep their heads up and continue to play.
Well, how about the big guy there showing some agility? He just float from his D-tackle position in order to make that play.
Here we ready.
Now it's Wilson. And a good job by the Raider defense yet again as they drop him for a 2nd straight loss. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher 3rd down looming.
Let's go now. Ready.
To throw now. Here's Love. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And now here's another interception. Picked off by Eric Stokes. And the Raiders are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. And after the interception, they are sitting in an even better spot with the ball and a comfortable fourth-quarter lead. And that is incomplete.
I think it's fairly safe to call this game over, but they're still trying to bomb it downfield and add to their lead. Almost makes you start to feel for the defense and root for them a little bit, too.
Smith. Open man is Tucker. And he'll go down at the 26, following a gain of 6. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of, until they stop him, why not go back to him? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. 8th catch for him now. He's been a big factor. And it's a first down. He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there on 3rd down. Went his way and worked out.
Doesn't matter whether they've scouted it or that they think he's going to get the ball. He has a knack for finding his way open. And
on 1st and 10, it's Mostert. Now he's able to break through 1 tackle, but it slowed him down enough that he could only manage getting back to the line of scrimmage. That time they're able to bottle him up, but he's having a really nice game.
I agree with that. Let's just go big picture, right? Every back that's in the Hall of Fame had carries where they didn't gain yardage or they lost yardage, but you stick with them, don't you? When they're having a good game, keep feeding them.
Now a play fake, and it's Smith. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. They had the incomplete pass on 2nd down. Now they need a big play here, 3rd and 10. Now it's Smith. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. The 4th quarter with a 3-score lead here, Charles, but they're still going back to the air and looking for more points.
Well, with this game well in hand, it's an opportunity for the guys to come off the bench and get a chance to play. And a lot of coaches, they want to run their full playbook no matter who's on the field.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Ready, break.
About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. Even though they were able to force the punt defensively, still a big hole to climb out of, especially at this late stage of the contest. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. They've called his number a lot this afternoon. You wonder how much tread is left on those tires.
We certainly do, but I always think back to one of my favorite coaches in the NFL, and he used to have a meeting with his running backs every year in the offseason and say, look, as many times as you're going to carry the ball, you should be able to carry it one more time, so make sure you get in shape.
And only a couple there up to about the 23-yard line. Not the start to the drive they were hoping for. That run doesn't get them much at all.
No, not at all. And that leaves them with 3rd and long, which means you got to dial up something pretty good. Think your best player with a play that he likes to run best.
Now he'll tuck this and run. And he's going to have the Packers 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
It hasn't been the cleanest game for him, but there was a sign of improvement as he looks towards the next one. Nice bit of scrambling to move the sticks, and even more importantly, he didn't risk adding another interception to his ledger.
Give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. They'll work from the 36 on 2nd and 6.
Here we go. Set.
They'll run right here with Brooks. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now 3rd down coming up. They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the 1st.
Here we go. Here we go. Cut.
To pass, here's Jordan Love. He'll try and do this himself. And that's knocked away and incomplete.
That was well played, but that was also an example of a corner who understands his coverage, realized he had support behind him, and could be a little more aggressive in the shorter zone, and did exactly that, knocking that pass away.
10 black. Ready.
Desperation time here. Love on fourth down. And he will be out of bounds, well shy of the marker. So that's a turnover on downs. Great job defensively. And now it appears that the referee's been buzzed, and we'll get a review. And this being inside 2 minutes of play, everything coming from up above. So the folks in New York just going to wind up confirming what the official saw, as this play will stand as is. Up the middle they go with Mostert. And past the 30 down to about the 27.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now I could be in that huddle with that offensive line. I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, you're going to call a timeout. Run the football. We got control of this thing. Get in behind us and let's go.
Their time to shine. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
A 4-yard pickup on the play. And the Las Vegas first down.
And some determined running there as he'll pick his way down to the 12-yard line. The decision to keep it turns out to be a good one. 11 yards in the first down. They hand it off to Mostert. And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. Same exact result as last play, a pickup of 11.
Brendan, every great running backs coach I've talked with has always talked about when you have great vision, you're not consciously thinking about your cuts and your moves. You're just doing them. And I think that's what we're seeing tonight.
And it's intercepted at the goal line. CD, I know from working with you that you're about as old school as they come. Your thoughts on throwing that ball from the 1-yard line?
Yeah, I just got done walking my dinosaur, as you well know, and ordinarily I'm screaming, run the football from the 1-yard line. But if you are going to throw it, just take extra care. That didn't happen there, and they turned the ball over.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. What do you do here down like this in this situation? Do you maybe just pick something out of the playbook you haven't called in a while, or you call it a day?
You can do that, or you pick something that's a staple for you and should work better and try and execute that on the way out the door and maybe get back to base and feel a little bit better as you end a ball game. It's been a frustrating one for you.
Let's see if they go back to base.
This has been a rough one to put it mildly for them, and after this one's done, you just feel like at the post-game press conference, this team's going to have a lot of questions and definitely not a lot of answers.
Oh, that is going to be a safety. Things are just going from bad to worse now. It's a safety that does them in here, and that is one frustrated offensive unit.
They can't get out from under their own shadow right now. I mean, I know this is the NFL, but could you imagine a college crowd right now? Imagine what they'd be doing. They'd be chanting, start the bus, because they think this one is over.
Brendan McManus to kick off for Green Bay.
So a free kick situation forthcoming from the 20 as they'll punt this one away. Oh, my goodness. Now that is going to be out of bounds on a free kick. And that's a big mistake. Historically, this is such a tough, loud venue, but you can hear a pin drop right now. A lot of fans long gone, not used to seeing a lopsided score like this. A hit as he throws there, incomplete. Well, their passing attack, even though that one was incomplete, has been really sharp in this one. It's resulted in a lot of touchdowns, and it looks like they're not going to stop throwing the football until the very end of this one.
Well, that will certainly make everyone involved on offense pretty happy, because that gives them all a chance to pad their stats a bit. But as far as the actual need, you and I both know they can just run this clock out, because this one, it was over a long time ago.
The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. 3rd and 4.
Hey, here we go, hey.
To throw is Smith. And my goodness, another interception. And we will get a timeout with 2 ticks left. And the Packers are going to take possession here at their own 16-yard line.
Ready?
One last shot now for Love. He's going to let it fly. And that will be incomplete as time has run out on this football game. Well, this was a fun one today if you like points. A lot of them went on the board. Both offenses were clicking. Charles, these defenses, meanwhile, have a little something to clean up before their next contest.
Yeah, neither end zone had a stop sign in it, did they? I mean, for both sides, visit it, and with frequency. Not fun to be a defensive player, but on the offensive side of the ball, those guys had a blast. One team came away with a victory, even better for them.
So that'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. With that, we say so long, everyone, from Lambeau.